Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I invite you to grab, I believe there's cake. I invite you to grab a slice of cake and gather around here. We have several things that we're going to be doing, but before we get started, I'd love to open us in prayer for our gathering today. Let us pray. Good and gracious God, we give you thanks this day for your servant, Philip. Be with us all as we gather this day to share stories of thanks and memories, and as we look towards the future. Bless all those who have prepared for this day and kept it a secret. We ask for your holy presence here, reminding us always of your love. Amen.
We're going to bid you welcome here today. We would like to begin announcing folks. Mom and Dad are here. Tony and Diane McKnight, daughter Amy and her husband Chad Cooper, and two children, Addison and Draken, and they're at the special table with Phillips here in the back. So let's welcome them. A special thanks goes out to this little lady over here to my left, Jackie Stanley, please. And I can tell you that there were many people at this church that have worked tirelessly for the last several weeks trying to keep a secret from Philip, which is no easy task, but I believe we did that. I have to tell you a little story that goes along with this. It's a very true story. Several weeks into this, we thought we had everything organized, and Pastor Daniel and Sarah came to me and says, George, there's a big problem. Philip wants to schedule another different meeting on October 30th, and you have to fix it. I said, you got to be kidding. Change Philip's mind? No way that can happen. Kathy Orth and I put our heads together and came up with an idea, and I presented it to Philip. He says, okay, we won't have it then. So he was very agreeable, thank goodness. I will have to say one thing, apologies to Philip, because myself and a lot of the rest of us in this congregation misled Philip greatly over the last few weeks, trying to keep a secret. So I apologize, Philip, in advance for that. Please excuse, I misstated several things. Finally, I would just tell you that this church is extremely lucky to have a man like Philip of such intense dedication to our good Lord here. And he is a man of incredible integrity. He's been a terrific help to me as well as all of us at the council. And for that, Philip, we thank you for 15 years, and we wish you well for 15 more years. And with that, I will turn the mic over to our Pastor Emeritus, Gary Scheid, who has a few more messages for us.
Philip, would you come up and join me, please, sir? We haven't been side by side in a while. Here at Trinity, we intentionally developed a plan so that when I retired, there would be compassionate and competent and committed leadership in place to continue to serve this unique ministry. We were humbled and grateful when in October of 2007, Pastor Philip Bachnight joined our ministry team. Philip served first as associate pastor and then agreed to be called as co-pastor. And he and I served together seamlessly for 7 years. And when I retired, I was confident that an effective leader was in place at Trinity Ecumenical Parish. But little did we know that in the next 8 years, there would be 114 deaths in the TEP family. I counted them. And that he would be called upon time and time again to plan and conduct scores of funerals and memorial services for parishioners and their families, among them many founders and longtime members. Each of them and each of their families received the care and compassion that has become a hallmark of Philip's ministry. And he walked with each of them as a pastor and a friend. And little did we know that he would be confronted by a deeply divided country and culture that has made parish ministry even more challenging and difficult and stressful. His ability to keep the faith and to serve competently in the midst of this very diverse community of believers has served us well. And he continues to look for common ground and shared ministry, even as the goal of finding unity and diversity has grown more elusive all around us. And little did we know that he would face the worst pandemic that the world has seen in 100 years, that he would have to negotiate ever-changing and sometimes even incompatible guidelines from the Episcopalians, the Lutherans, the Presbyterians, the CDC, and the Commonwealth of Virginia. Or that he himself would battle COVID 3 times, followed by his worst ever bout of kidney stones. And yet his commitment has not wavered. And even when his body is not able, his spirit is always chomping at the bit to be loving and serving and growing and learning at Trinity Ecumenical Parish. Thanks be to God. Pastor Philip Bauchnight has persevered through all of that and more, and Trinity Ecumenical Parish still has competent and compassionate and committed leadership. Now, I have not forgotten that Philip is Lutheran, but I am reminded that one of the questions that we Presbyterians are asked when we are ordained is this: will you seek to serve the people with energy, intelligence, imagination, and love? Pastor Philip Bauchnight seeks to do that each and every day. And God has blessed us richly through his ministry. Philip, congratulations on 15 years of service at Trinity Ecumenical Parish. May God continue to guide and direct and bless you as you seek to serve Jesus Christ and build up God's kingdom in this place. Thank you, and God bless you. And me as well, and thank you for all that you endured these last 8 years. Look out. You wouldn't have been the first.
I'd like people to know that Kathy Orth was a partner in crime during all of this. So I couldn't have pulled this off without her help. And now if everyone would focus attention on the big screen, we have some videotaped messages from former interns.
Pastor David here, joining you from St. Paul, Minnesota. When I'm not sharing the word or making music, you might find me helping move a piano. Moving a piano requires a few essential qualities: a bit of salt, a dash of trust, a measure of tenacity, and a keen eye for detail, or as I might say, a hawkeye. There's not much margin for error in moving these delicate yet potentially deadly instruments, and you likely know this already after witnessing the delivery of your beautiful new grand piano. Similarly, there's not often much margin for error in the choices made at a church council meeting or in the message shared from the pulpit. When I first came to Moneta, I felt that I might be the only Hawkeye fan around, though I soon learned that I was not the only Hawkeye in the building. I was being supervised by a Hawkeye in his own right. Pastor Philip has a keen eye for detail. I've been blessed with many gifts, though something I continue to work on is spelling. Pastor Philip was quick to find any and all of my grammatical errors in my writing or in the forms that I submitted during my year-long journey in Moneta. After a few proofreads of my own, Philip would still find things that I had missed, things that everyone might not notice. And you'll likely agree that Pastor Philip has an eye for detail in everything that he does, as he goes the extra distance to lift a sermon off the page, make an extra phone call, or welcome the extra visitor that stops by his office, as he will likely exclaim, "I've always got extra time." Sometimes Pastor Philip would describe himself as an overthinker, when the norm may be to underprepare, take the half route, or say, "Good enough." Pastor Philip goes beyond excellence into something all his own. I like to lift up and acknowledge his attention to detail, thoughtful reflection in all things. Cheers to Pastor Philip, the rare bird that he is, and cheers to Trinity Ecumenical Parish for supporting a wonderful minister and missionary.
Hey, Pastor Philip, congratulations on 15 years at Trinity, 15 years of amazing ministry, and thank you so much for all the support and faith formation in my life. 15 years ago, I could barely stay awake for the candlelight service, and several years later, I was in confirmation, being formed by your leadership in that program, and then we had great conversations in the road trips and on the mission trips. Thank you so much for that. And then another several years later, I was in seminary, and I can't thank you and Trinity enough for all the support, the care, and the thought that you, and the prayers that you all prayed for me and supported me through the seminary journey. And then, of course, the beautiful ordination about a year ago. Thank you so much, Pastor Philip. Thanks be to God for your ministry at Trinity, and may God continue to bless your time at Trinity. May you be a blessing for Trinity, and Trinity a blessing for you and your family. Amen.
Hey, Trinity, it's Christopher Gerardo, coming to you all the way from down here in Lancaster, South Carolina, where I'm here in my office at my first call. I just wanted to let you all know that I miss you ever so much and think of you often so fondly. I always keep this Afghan on the back of my chair from Lois Garlow that literally supports me every day when I'm here in the office. I am so thankful for all the love and support that you've poured out on me and Ellen during our time there at Trinity, and also as we have left there and continued our journey. But I'm ever so grateful today, especially, to give thanks for Philip and all that he has meant for our family and for me and my growth. Not only has he been the best supervisor that I could have asked for. I'm not sure that I could have built in a lab a better supervisor, but well, I may have changed the Gamecock thing a little bit, but other than that, I'm just so grateful for his pastoral presence and the love that he has poured out on all of us, for me and Ellen especially, during the time that we've known him, and for his not only professional development of me, but as Ellen and I walked through infertility issues, and then the highs of being able to finally have Arthur, and all his checking in that he's done with us has just been wonderful. I know you all know how lucky you are to have him as pastor, and I know that Trinity and Manita and the area is a better place for him being there. So we give thanks for Philip, for all of his gifts of pastoral ministry, of music, of so many things that Philip, you are gifted in. And I know that you could not have done it without the support and the love of your family, of Tara and your 3 children. So congratulations on this many years at Trinity. And I know that you have blessed so many people with your presence and love. And as a parting gift, or as I guess a celebratory gift, not a parting gift, I hope to see all of you again soon. But as a celebratory gift, here's a great picture of me and Philip, and one that he cannot deny, where he's at least feigning celebrating Clemson beating South Carolina. But know that I love you all, and I miss you a ton, and hope that we can come back up to the mountain soon and see you all. God be with you.
Hello, Trinity, and hello, Pastor Philip. We are here, first of all, to say congratulations on your ordination anniversary. I am convinced that you are, without a doubt, the greatest internship supervisor that there is. And to be honest, I kind of feel sorry for everybody who had other people as their internship supervisors and not you. No, but really, I can't imagine a better supervisor, a better leader, a better teacher, a better pastor to learn from throughout the year. And, you know, my entire internship taking place in a pandemic was wild, but you made sure that it was everything that it needed to be and so much more. So thank you for that. You are an incredible pastor, and I can't thank you enough for all the ways that you have been there for my family, and for me as a future church leader. The church is a better place because of you. Trinity is certainly a better place because of you, and I will be a better pastor because of you. So congratulations. We can't wait to see you again, and hope that you all are doing well. Bye.
It is my privilege to be able to make some presentations to Philip right now. Philip, would you like to come on up? Well, I have to say that I probably have lied to Philip in the course of the last couple months as well. I'm very sorry to say that I wasn't worried about it like Jackie was. Our first presentation is in the course of planning this, very many parishioners have sent you greetings and cards. And we thought that it being Reformation Sunday, we should nail a few things to a door. However, not wanting to actually deface a church door, we made our own and nailed up some of his cards. And there are more in the basket. It'll take you some time, I think, to read everything. Second, what's a party without a t-shirt? Thanks to the ladies in the office, Karen particularly, who researched this thoroughly and ordered it. We have now to present to you, Philip, the official T-shirt.
I love it.
And now we're going to have, I need the assistance of Jacob and Peter, who are going to carry something out for me. In the meantime, let me say, we wanted to give Philip something that he could use to relax, something perhaps that had something to do with a hobby, and we didn't know quite what it was, so we turned to Chuck Koyanagi, who had a really good idea. Yep.
Wow.
Thank you, Chuck. Chuck in turn turned, this is a pun, turned to Richard and Lucy Cruz, with whom Philip has studied turning, wood turning. So all these turn phrases have to do with wood turning. Philip makes beautiful wood-turned bowls, and then you have to start somewhere to turn a bowl, and these are bowl blanks, right, Chuck? Bowl blanks?
Yeah.
Right, presented to us, donated to us by Lucy and Richard Cruz for giving to you
Thank
for
you.
this.
These are amazing.
The two he has there in his hand are ambrosia maple, and these two are cherry. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. All right.
I'm watching the steps now.
All right. And finally, Philip, for you and Tara, this check representing gifts from many of the parishioners. I understand there are perhaps another check to come because people are still giving things in. This is in gratitude for your 15 years with us, and it is for you and Tara to use in any way you like. We have been mindful of the fact that you have 3 teenage drivers in your household now. So, so I'm now going to turn the mic over to you for a minute, if you want it, before we give it back to Jackie.
From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for the love and compassion that you have consistently shown me and my family over these many years. It is not lost on us that not every pastor has this experience. And you have not only watched my children grow up, you have become a serious part of their formation. And because of your love and dedication, they have grown to understand that the people of God can be a loving, nurturing place. I am incredibly thankful and humbled by the way that you allow me to walk in some of the sacred spaces of your life, spaces of hardship, but also spaces of tremendous joy. I left a situation before coming here that was not as loving and kind and generous. The congregation was somewhat unhealthy. And when I came, I told Gary, I said, Gary, you need to know this is it. If I face the same things here that I faced in Floyd, I'll find another profession. You have not only healed my heart, you have far exceeded anything that I could ever expect from a loving congregation. And it is my honor to be able to serve among you. Thank you.
Now I can pull this out. Now. Okay. You've all seen this invitation, right? Now I'll show you this invitation that was sent to the Bachnight family. This is the fake invitation. It shows Philip when he first came here and Philip now. And I'm glad that he was convinced that his celebration was going to be next Sunday. So anyway, I have two announcements. And I hate to sound bossy, but we know you'd like to talk with people. You can do that next Sunday when you thought it was going to be your party. But you are going to be excused before the prayer that Daniel's going to offer. And you're excused now with your family.
Thank you.
We have a lunch for them upstairs because he has a funeral to do at 2:00. Yes. Oh, sorry, we have one more short thing. I didn't know about it.
I want to share a story about this lady, Jackie. As a member of the personnel team, I was witness to her performance when she confessed to Philip that she had, through terrible oversight for which she was deeply, deeply, deeply sorry, missed the upcoming 15th anniversary on the calendar of events that is kept in the office. And this was only about 3 weeks ago, and apologized for that being her responsibility to know that, and the fact that it had gotten past her tearfully. She lied bold-faced to Philip and apologized because it was too late, of course, at that point to invite his family, said that our plan was to go ahead and have this on the first Sunday in November rather than on this Sunday that we're all here. So Jackie, that was Oscar-winning performance. You did a beautiful job. And I know she felt very sinful in doing so.
Yeah, if I believed in purgatory, that's where I'd be going. So anyway, Sharon Sicker is going to escort them upstairs for lunch. And the second announcement is for everybody. Because the funeral is going to begin at 2, we'd like everybody's help in cleaning up so that the fellowship hall is neat and presentable when people come in for the funeral. Thank you very much. And thanks for keeping the secret. And Daniel's going to close us with prayer.
Let us pray. Gracious God, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for Philip. We thank you for all of his gifts and his heart and for his compassion for people. We thank you for Trinity and their relationship together. Bless Philip and Trinity for many more years to come. Guide them and lead them in all that they do so that they can proclaim your gospel far and wide. Amen. I think